Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tech Developer. In my last videos, I have clearly you that what are the packages that we are going to use in our project. And in this video, we are going to start coding actually. Before any of the project that we proceed, right? So before any project getting started, we need the tables, the documents, or you can say the entities that are required. So we need to first create the document, or you can say the entity, so that we can get the data structure, the structure or the way of defining our data that will be used by the database, right? So we are using the Elasticsearch. So in Elasticsearch, as you know that it is a NoSQL database. So whatever we will save in this, that will be saved in the form of JSON document. Instead of, if we talk about the RDBMS, that data will be saved in the form of tables, right? So let's get started. So we have the model package here. Here we will create the class called poetry. That it is our project that the where we all submit our poetries. So let me create a document called poetry. Let me add the data over here. Let me add the document over here. Inside the document, one of the most important attribute is that index name, right? So index name is nothing but, you can understand it in the form of RDBMS. We create the table, right, where we where we save our data, right? So in the form of Elasticsearch, index is similar to the table. So our table, or you can say the index name, will be poetry, right? After that, if we can give it a command that create index true, means when we start up the application, and while starting up the application, if the index is not yet created, so using this particular attribute, we are stating that while creating or while starting up the application, if index is not yet created, please create it. Okay. After that, as we are implementing the serializable, right? Let me implement the serializable over here. Let me add the version ID, default version ID. Now, uh, now let's understand that index name is poetry, right? And this particular class that we are creating is itself a document, means it itself a row, right? And inside the row can be combined with the help of columns, right? Or you can say field. So if we talk about in the form of RDBMS, it will be the table column. And if we talk about in the form of Elasticsearch, it will be our field. So let's add the fields over here, that is private, and the ID will be the string that I'm taking, that whenever we create any document inside that index, it's automatically create the ID, and that is the alphanumeric ID. So I am taking it as a string. Okay. After that, the title will be there for the poetry, right? After that, we will be having the description where we will submit the poetry, right? After that, we will be having the image path, or you can give the basic shows. I'm just checking it as a ID, title, description, image, right? So these are the fields, and one of the fields called the type. What type of poetry it is, right? So instead of having that type user defined, let me create the constant for that. Here we will create the, inside the constant package, we will create the enum called poetry types. and that will be having love, nature, life, and miscellaneous. Right. After that, the type will be come over here. We can give the enum also, but we can definitely use the string also. So for that, we are using the string over here. And now, if you remember, my last videos related to the Spring Boot, we were using the Postgres, where we were using the entity, right? At the rate entity, at the rate column. So instead of the at the rate column, in form of Elasticsearch, we are going to use the annotation called at the rate field. As I told you, the field annotation is similar to the column. So let us use this at the rate field. Now the field, you can say the name of the field you can define if you want to keep it different from the variables that you have already defined. So you can define it, but I'm using the same name, so I'm not going to define any name for that column, or you can say the field. That field will be similar to the names that we are defining in the properties of the class. So instead of that, we will give the type. So type will be, field type will be the ID, right? So it will be of type string. Mm, type we can say object, rank features, short text, version, field type. Field type we can use text, yeah, text it is there, right? Or we can use the keyword. So let me use the type as a keyword, right? And nullable, null values, right? So store null values will ask you the boolean, that is we can do we allow to store the null values in it. So by default it is false, so we do not need to use this particular attribute. But wherever if the field can be null, so we can use that particular attribute to define that while saving our document, that field can have a null values. It is better to define that so that it can be gives us the clarity. So let me copy this, add the it field over title, add the it field over description. So description is can be the related to text, right? And this one also can be the text. The type can be the keyword. So basically, keyword and text, whatever the field type, you can see here auto, text, keyword, long. These are similar to the whatever we generally use in our RDBMS data, right? So these kind of things over here. And after that, what it will be there, that when the poetry was created, right? So local date time, and that will be our creation time at the date field, and it will be date time. And after that, we will be having one more field, that will be string, we can say the users, or we can say, okay, let keep this project as simple as so that we can better understand that, because this will be the first video related to the Elasticsearch related CRUD operation for the Spring Boot. So I'm keeping this document as simple as possible, and we will create more complex projects on the Elasticsearch. Don't worry about that. But for this first video on the Elasticsearch for the CRUD operation with the Spring Boot, so let's keep this project as simple as possible. So we will only have these fields, right? That will be related to that. What is the identifier for that particular poetry, or you can say the document, and what will be the title of the document, means poetry, and what will be the actual description of the poetry, and after that, what will be the image related to that poetry, what is the type of that poetry, and when that poetry was created. So these things will only be stored as a form of document, right? So our index creation, the document creation, and the field creation, I mean the class, well defined for the models for the Elasticsearch documents. So this has been completed in this video. In my next video, we will start creating the repository and controller and service and so on in our later on videos. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Bye for now. Please subscribe my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. If you are missing my videos, you definitely missing to learn a lot of things, because I am very happy to share my knowledge with all of you guys. So please subscribe my channel. Please support me in my YouTube journey. Thank you for watching this video. Bye for now.